Okay, gentlemen. Belt line, full waistband on both sides. Punches are good, all right? You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner, gentlemen.
Tom Taylor, the third man in the ring tonight. Christina Poncher and Michaela Mayer here with you. The first of our 2 World Championship fights. This one for the WBO Junior Lightweight World title. Will this be third time the charm for Robson Conceicao? Or will this be just another world title win for Emanuel Navarrete? I'd like to welcome our friends watching on Sky Sports in the UK and Ireland. Thank you for being with us here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Emanuel Navarrete starting off with the jab and a good counter left hand there from Conceicao.
You know, they're both starting off the way I expected them to. Navarrete has such a elusive, relaxed style. You know, he's on his toes, he's moving around, he just looks very relaxed, and then popping that long, straight jab down the middle. Conceicao has a little bit of a higher guard, a little bit more, you know, a little bit more technical in that sense. Doesn't look as relaxed, but still, you know, that's his style. He does it well, higher guard, and still a really long, straight jab right down the middle as well. So I believe it'll be a battle of the jabs for this first round, and we'll see who starts to build on top of that.
Yeah, their 2 styles couldn't honestly be any more different. I mean, not a lot of people do have the style of Emanuel Navarrete. That's what makes him so special. He does everything not how you would teach it. He's very unorthodox, throws from crazy angles. He's a tremendous uppercut, really wide looping shots, crosses his back foot, but it works for him. Conceicao more technical, tight, direct.
Yeah, his feet, Navarrete's feet are just so, look, he'll sort of just run, fall back, slip. He seems to see everything that's coming. Look at see how he just slightly ducked underneath Conceicao's jab. You know, that movement and having that rhythm in between his punches helps him to see, helps him to be elusive and to slip and roll and kind of be able to see and dodge his punches. Nice. Good combo from Conceicao.
Yeah, nice start here for the fighter out of Brazil.
Because Navarrete is so loose like that, he's got to be careful after his punches. He doesn't bring his hands right back to his head after he throws his combinations because he's so relaxed. That's what Conceicao, what he just did, needs to come right over the top and counter him.
Down to the body with the jab goes Conceicao. Up top and then down to the body once again. 2 nice body shots either side. From both sides land for Conceicao. There's one of those wild shots coming from Navarrete that misses. 10 seconds left to go here in the first round.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
Very nice start to round 1 for Conceicao. Take a look at the corners now. First, Emanuel Navarrete. Pedro Navarrete takes lead, who is Emanuel's cousin, also his uncle in the ring. As an assist, it's a family affair, as always, in the Navarrete corner. And for Conceicao.
Ok? Não tem bloqueio passivo. Bloqueio, modo, bloqueio, puxa a perna, faz ele errar.
Luis Carlos
Vencemos primeiro round bem.
And Luis Fernando Menezes in the corner, speaking Portuguese there to their fighter from Brazil. As we take a look at some of the highlights from round 1, some body work from both fighters, but nice counter shots for Conceicao.
Yeah, you see, that's exactly what he already was doing, exactly what I expected him to do. He came right back after Navarrete's combination, didn't hesitate, didn't wait for him to get out of the way, came right over the top and caught him pulling out.
Round 2 in this World Championship scheduled 12-rounder. Another stiff, hard jab, and then come right back does Navarrete.
Conceicao has a really, really strong, stiff jab. Navarrete has a good jab too, but it's not as hard. is really effective, but it's really not as hard. He sort of uses it as, you know, defense and just keeping his opponent off, you know, off his momentum. But Conceicao's jab, I believe, is the better jab.
Work out that, gentlemen.
Nice right hand connects there, and part of the problem with Conceicao and his kind of lack of power punches and knockouts is he's got a kind of a slapping style with the shots, Michaela. You see his gloves kind of open. He doesn't fully get his glove turned around on his shots and doesn't derive a lot of power. It's scoring, they're scoring shots, but they're not devastating shots.
Yeah, well, you know, his background is in the amateur scene. You know, he came up in the amateurs with that Olympic style. He only has 18 fights, so he still maybe is breaking out of that a little bit, whereas Navarrete is almost 40 fights as a pro. He's a really well-seasoned pro at 28 years old. He never had that amateur style. He's always known power punches.
Yeah, but the pros is the hurt business, right? If you want to start hurting some guys, you got to work on that. Nice straight shot lands for Navarrete with the lead left. Met by a counter shot from Conceicao. Hooking that lead shot for Conceicao. Robson telling us that he got 3 different styles of sparring partners to kind of emulate what Emanuel Navarrete does, and I've heard that before from other opponents that have faced him. It is really difficult to find a guy that does things exactly how he does because it is so unorthodox, and he said it was honestly hard to find sparring, so kind of got 3 different guys that worked me on 3 different things that we know that Navarrete does, and that's how I got prepared.
Yeah, because he doesn't have, you know, a punch count that's really, really hard to train for defensively. It comes from all over. He's throwing hooks, he's throwing uppercuts, he's throwing straight shots, and eventually that's going to land. It's hard to dodge. Just like that, over, under, over.
Beautiful back and forth work here in round 2. You're seeing just high-level stuff here to start this fight. Good shots to the body. Both guys countering clean here in round 2. His action heats up.
Conceicao's doing the right thing. He's not waiting for Navarrete to finish his punches. He's punching while Navarrete is in the middle of his combination. And that's how he's going to land on him.
It's a beautiful game plan for Conceicao. Unfortunately, he just lacks a little in the power department. Beautiful boxing to start here. I love what I'm seeing from both fighters.
No te desesperes, güey. Tranquilo. Hay que trabajar sobre su jab y él está esperando el tuyo. Hay que pintar un poquito y sigue trabajando abajo, abajo y trabajar sobre el jab.
They want Navarrete to continue to work downstairs, to work down to the body. Let me take a look at some replays.
Big combination from Navarrete, classic combination. Right hook, left uppercut, right hook again. Conceicao's doing the right thing by coming right back. He's not sitting there in his shell. Once in a while, he'll sit there with a high guard in his shell. But for the most part, so far, he's coming back right away with a strong combination and catching Navarrete on his way back.
Hey guys, let's get that water in the corner. Go.
Round 3, Christina Poncher and Michaela Mayer here with you from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The second title defense of the WBO junior lightweight belt that the champion Navarrete holds. This is his 7th consecutive world title fight. He has 12 altogether as a pro. This is the 3rd opportunity for Conceicao to try to capture a world title, unsuccessful in the first 2.
Good start to the second round. Both fighting each other back with the jab. Conceicao again trying to come over what can sometimes be a lazy jab of Navarrete. Not because it's not good, but he brings it down. You see it fall. It doesn't come straight back to his head. It falls afterwards. And that's what Conceicao can kind of take advantage and land on him. Good right hook to the body.
Yeah, Conceicao felt that a little bit, and I think the difference is that although Navarrete is taking these shots from Conceicao, I mean, they're not having the same effect, and Navarrete is the type of fighter, Michaela, that when you watch him, he gets stronger as the fight goes on. He gets more powerful as the fight goes on. And That's going to be something that's going to be tough to deal with for Conceicao if he can't try to hurt Navarrete here early.
You know, another thing I'm noticing right now is Navarrete hasn't opened his mouth once. He keeps it completely shut. He's breathing out of his nose and staying relaxed and controlling his breath.
Even with shots like that land to the body, scoring punches, those are the kind of shots that can help Conceicao win some of these early rounds, even if they're not hurting Navarrete, they're scoring.
You can see Navarrete just staying in that fluid motion. Sort of he'll step over to the left and throw a punch, and then over to the right. Just the tiniest little angles. You know, he step back there a little bit and then comes right back with a hook. He's just so fluid. He doesn't freeze before he throws a punch. And so he doesn't telegraph.
Nice counter right hand and a left to finish it for Conceicao.
Good long stiff jab from Navarrete. Good counter, left uppercut. Those are the type of shots that Conceicao has to continue to throw. He can't let Navarrete build confidence, because once he does, you'll see Navarrete will start backing him up with 3-4 punch combos, almost running forward. That's when Conceicao has to continue to drop his hands and catch him in between his shots.
This moving around the outside for Conceicao, that pace, he can keep that up all night long. He is in supreme condition, fantastic shape. This is definitely his style. The only way that Navarrete is going to get him to really slow down is just dig to the body. Something that he's done effectively in his career, as we see a small cut on the nose of Conceicao. And there's a look at Edwin de los Santos getting his hands wrapped in the locker room. And his opponent tonight, Shakur Stevenson. The WBC lightweight world title on the line for both of these fighters. Devin Haney named the WBC lightweight champion in recess since he moved up to fight Regis Prograis. So the WBC stripped him of the title, made it vacant, and now Shakur Stevenson and Edwin dos Santos will be fighting for that title.
Emanuel. Number 4. Let's go.
Right, back to live action now in the ring. Round 4. Starts with a body shot landing for Conceicao.
I see what you mean when you said Conceicao slaps a little bit. I'm seeing when he throws his punch that it is a little open. It's not turned in all the way. Specifically on his right hand.
Right hand lands for Navarrete as Conceicao backed up in a shell.
Navarrete caught him with a left hook as his back was up against the ropes.
There's one of those signature lead left hand uppercuts from Navarrete. Down to the body with the left hand for Navarrete. Right side of the body. 165 punches thrown from Conceicao to 121 from Navarrete.
Conceicao's shots are a little wild and loopy, and I don't mind the looping shots, but a little too wild for me. I'd like him to tighten them up just a little bit. I think his jab and double jab is going to be really, really key right now. He's got to keep that in Navarrete's face before he lets those shots go behind it. Or he's just gonna, Navarrete's just gonna take that little step back or that little lean back that he does, and Conceicao won't land those looping shots.
Unlike some of the other fighters and fights that we called earlier tonight, Michaela, Conceicao is a combination puncher. Very rarely do you see him just shoot one shot and down goes Conceicao in round 4.
7.
8, right? Here, give me gloves.
Let's go, box.
That happened so fast, I'm not even sure what punch knocks him down just now.
45 seconds left to go in the round. Back to the jab goes Navarrete. It's the third knockdown in the career of Conceicao. He's been there before. Got up and beat Louis Correa and then lost to Shakur Stevenson, the only other two opponents to knock down Conceicao. 10 seconds left now.
Conceicao's got to be careful not to duck into these uppercuts that he's so good at throwing.
And that was a very long walk back to the corner for Conceicao, whose body language has completely changed after suffering that knockdown here in round 4. Let's look at him in the corner here.
Robson, pô, a gente tem que começar antecipando com golpe.
Oh, sneaky up again. He's really well-known Navarrete for those uppercuts. It looked like it was going to the body for a second, went straight up to the chin.
A little bit of a delayed reaction. That one connected solid. A few more punches were thrown, Michaela. That right hand got through the guard, and that left he blocked, but then he goes down before the right hand even lands. So that uppercut is some sort of nasty.
I believe it was that initial uppercut that did the damage. Here comes Conceicao throwing back with those looping hooks, but, you know, just not landing clean. Navarrete is so good at just that slight little lean back.
All right, let's see if he's recovered here in round 5. And the power differential is evident, not only by their records, but just when you watch tape on them. So you can tell that that shot, even though it didn't immediately send Conceicao to the canvas, it hurt him. And it's not often you see delayed reactions like that on a shot that's not to the body, right,
yeah,
Michaela?
It's usually delayed when it's at the body.
Down to the body with the left hand goes Conceicao. Back up with the jab.
Conceicao's got to stay behind his jab. He can't be leaping in with big shots. And even his 1-2 really isn't going straight. Everything's really loopy right now, you know. You got to throw straight shots down the pipe with someone like Navarrete who's throwing uppercuts and stuff. A right hand will beat an uppercut.
Gets there a little quicker, doesn't it?
Gets there quicker, it's longer.
There we go. Straight shots that scored, and then right back with a chopping right hand, and the hook comes Navarrete.
That's good. He's got to tighten the combinations up just a little bit.
Good shots here from both fighters, and Conceicao scoring. They're just not making Navarrete retreat. Navarrete's been there and taken shots. He's there to get hit. It's just that Conceicao doesn't really have that power.
Again, trying to leap in with the right hand. The key is the jab. He's got to keep it behind the jab.
Under a minute left to go in round 5. Back and forth, both fighters go with the jab. Navarrete thinks about the lead left hook, pulls it back. Lead left uppercut, excuse me.
Those are the right hands that I think you were talking about. Just a little bit slappy, not super sharp. Down the middle, kind of hitting on the shoulder. Yeah, those aren't the shots that are going to stop Navarrete from coming forward.
deep breath. And there's Shakur Stevenson getting his hand wrap signed off by the commission here. As we take a look at a replay here from the last round.
Good 1-2 over the top, but then Conceicao comes back with that left hook and lands. Good exchange here. Both of them are getting their shots in. We talked about that in the beginning of the fight, that Conceicao has got to punch while Navarrete is punching. Come right back on him. You know, not wait, because that's when Navarrete is open, when he's punching.
It's been an entertaining fight, hasn't it, Michaela? Both guys have got their
fully entertained.
Some high quality stuff here. Of course, coming up next, the WBC lightweight world title clash between Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos. The main event. We got a good one on our hands right here, folks. Round 6. Emanuel Navarrete told us this week, you know, I feel like Conceicao, he can be elusive, and I'm going to have to make him fight. And I mean, I don't think he's really had to make him. I think Conceicao's been here, you know, and been standing his ground. I don't think he's been, you know, as much on the move as maybe Navarrete anticipated him being.
Or me, I honestly thought, okay, I think Conceicao might box move a little bit. That's where his pedigree comes in. And you don't really want to sit there and exchange with Navarrete. But on the other side, the opposite side of the argument is that in order to beat someone like Navarrete, like I said before, you got to punch while he's punching. You've got to get in there a little bit. You can't just box and move. You're going to have to exchange. So I'm glad he's holding his ground and fighting back, because that's the only way he really's got a shot.
Well, and it's made for a better fight, too. As both fighters exchange hard shots. Nice right hand there from Conceicao, then back finishing with the left downstairs. Then a nice 1-2 combination from Conceicao.
You know,
and a 7-punch combination for Navarrete.
I was just going to say, Conceicao throws a great 1-2 and then goes into the shell. It freezes and then lets Navarrete get back. Well, meanwhile, Navarrete is throwing 7 punches.
Oh, and
back
hard.
rhythm.
Hard with that right hand for Navarrete. Conceicao felt that. Back off the ropes. Nice dip jab there.
That's what he needs. Conceicao needs a 1-2, hook to the body. 1-2, hook to the body, hook to the head. Constantly dropping in and finishing to the body.
Snapping the head back with the left hand is Navarrete, scoring with the right as Conceicao holds. Gives a nod to his corner. Down to the body. And then up top for Conceicao.
Got to be 3 punches. For me, it's got to be 3 punches from Conceicao. He's got to be at least 3 punches. He won't keep Navarrete off of him with just a 1-2.
That's a nice shot. He caught him pulling straight back and then finishing up top with the right hand for Conceicao. But Navarrete says, okay, what else do you have? I'm coming forward.
And still completely relaxed. He still hasn't opened his mouth. Breathing out of his nose.
Hold on, guys. Straight back. Go.
Nice 3-punch combination, just as you called for, partner.
And I say 3 because you see Navarrete is so relaxed. Sometimes he just pulls back and steps back and takes a couple steps. So you got to follow him. You can't just let him pull straight back and get away with it. You got to follow up with 3 punches, 4 punches.
Good stuff here in Las Vegas. But Tippy was retired, remember? That's what he said. So we'll see. All right, Christina Poncher, Michaela Mayer here with you. Now on to the second half of the fight as we enter round 7. Combination to start for Emanuel Navarrete. Down to the body, double jab, right hand for Conceicao. Oh, nice combination there, backs up Navarrete a bit. Down to the body, there's the 3 punches in rhythm.
I like that strong, stiff jab to the stomach, too. But the 3 punches are working. When he throws 2, he misses.
Navarrete backing him up. And just with his feet, just with his physical pressure. Not even with the shot there. Ooh. Down
good
to
body
the
shot.
body. Yeah, that was a nice shot with the left hand for Conceicao.
Yeah, those are great combinations in this round from Conceicao. Those are the type of combinations he needs. And then you see Navarrete starting to run forward.
Oh, down goes Robson Conceicao for the second time in the fight.
6. Get all the way back. Get back. 7. 8. You all right? Come here. Give me your gloves. Let's go.
He's smiling and shaking it off.
He was shaking his head like it wasn't a true knockdown.
As Conceicao looks to get back to the jab and go down to the body.
Let him go. Stop, stop, stop.
But he indeed got caught with a shot for the second knockdown of the fight. A right hand scored for Navarrete. We'll take a look at it to confirm that, and the round is over under a minute left now, but that's 2 knockdowns scored for the champ.
Robson, always an interesting punch selection from Navarrete. I think he just hooks, jab, right hook. You know, it's not something you would expect or to really even train for. You don't you train catching a 1-2-3 or a 1-2 body shot. You know, not a hook, jab, right hook. It just throws you off.
Good counter shots there from Conceicao.
His style, all that pressure is so exhausting, even just mentally. He's not, Navarrete's not even throwing, but just the movement of him hopping around and moving his head. And
good action in the round. With Reebok and Prime energy drink, as we take a look at the shot, I think it was a body shot, but let's double check here. There it is, that right hand to the body. That is a legit knockdown, Michaela.
big looping right shot to the body, and he sort of ducked right into it. Maybe thought that Navarrete was going to go to his head, faked him out, went right down to the body. Had him in the corner there for a minute towards the end of the round, but not enough to do any damage.
Manuel. Great. Guys, gotta go. Guys, let's get that water, please. Water in the corner.
Taking a quick look at the CompuBox numbers, and no doubt about it, Robson Conceicao has thrown more punches. That one, though, from Navarrete, that right down to the body is what scored the knockdown. And even though Conceicao has thrown more, 428 punches compared to just 265 for Navarrete, it's Navarrete that has scored the 2 knockdowns. It's Navarrete that has scored the more effective punches. But a higher clip, a higher percentage, landed by Conceicao, 27%. And more body shots. 23 body shots for Conceicao compared to 12 for Navarrete. Although the differential doesn't seem that much, does it?
No, but it does surprise me because Navarrete is the one that's so consistent and has such a high work rate, and he's usually throwing so many punches.
Yeah, typically, you know, the junior lightweight average is 56.
Good 1-2 body shot from Conceicao.
And Navarrete throws well above that at 71. Tonight, not so high.
Well, you know, maybe he knows he doesn't have that punching power to stop someone like Navarrete, and so his game plan was, I gotta outwork him. And if it wasn't for those few knockdowns, that game plan might have been working.
Yeah, in the total punches per round, this is way down for Emanuel Navarrete as he slips there on the logo in the center of the ring.
It's been a couple slips in that logo.
Yeah, I mean, we're what, 9 fights in on the night, right? It's bound to happen. Nice combination. Finished with a right hand scoring there for Conceicao, then back down to the body with the right hand again to the body. All scoring shots for the Brazilian. And it's kind of been like that. He's scored a lot with these punches. He is finding Navarrete. He's just not hurting him.
Yeah, he's not having a hard time landing punches.
Nope.
But I don't think that Navarrete is necessarily hard to hit. Like I said, he doesn't bring his hands really back to his head. His offense is his defense. He just has a really strong work rate, and those uppercuts will get you. But he's not necessarily hard to hit. He's hard to keep up with.
And even that work rate has been slowed by Conceicao. Let's give him some credit. If Emanuel Navarrete, looking at the numbers that have been calculated by CompuBox, averages about 71 punches thrown per round. His highest punch output tonight has been 48 punches, and that was in round 3. That's significantly lower than his average. For Conceicao, he's right on point, 61 punches per round, and that's about what he's averaging right now.
Yeah. And I've seen that too. He really doesn't have the normal work rate that he does. So whatever Conceicao is doing is preventing him from coming forward to some extent.
And I think it's what you said earlier, Michaela. He is punching with him each and every time. And sometimes out-punch, mess with your head before you even get into the ring.
And even if it's not true, even if he's faking it till he's making it, he's got to trick his mind. He can't go in here with any doubt.
Yeah, boxing is so much more mental than it even is physical. And he's got that part down. He even feels like he got into the head of Shakur Stevenson a little bit this week. But it's one thing to have that confidence and to say everything you're going to do, and then all these guys get in front of Shakur Stevenson, and their game plan isn't working, and they can't find him, and they can't hit him, and they don't know what else to do. It's very frustrating for these opponents.
That right hand from Conceicao from the outside is just not, it's a little bit sloppy and wild for me.
It connects there.
But it misses. It's too high.
The right hand missed. The left hand connected.
Yeah, the left hand connected. But the right hand is going a little bit too high and looping. It's got to go straight and down the middle. Even drop it down before you loop it over.
Doubling up on the jab for Conceicao, then downstairs.
Good jabs, but he's got to punch behind those jabs. Jab low, come over to the top. Can't let Navarrete take back any exchange, especially now with the knockdowns in place. He's got to win.
Good combination there, Michaela, for Conceicao. Blood coming from the mouth of the Brazilian fighter. There's that uppercut from Emanuel Navarrete. Left hook scores for Conceicao.
Well, that should have been a triple left hook. The work rate's got to continue to go up from here. We're in the 9th round.
A minute left in round 9. And the work rate in this round slowed significantly for both fighters.
Definitely seem like they're both a little bit worked.
Good work here for Conceicao.
Still Conceicao is keeping up the work rate. And that's what he's got to do, make Navarrete miss. Show the judges, hey, I'm landing, he's not. I'm the better boxer right now, I'm moving. Despite those knockdowns.
Yeah, he's definitely throwing more punches. They're just...
Those are just too wild and slappy, like you said.
And in round 9, half the output for Conceicao than he had in rounds prior. The referee's saying they're going to check on some of the blood coming from the mouth of Conceicao. So they're going to give him the minute break, and then you're going to hear the referee call time to look at into the mouth of Conceicao. There's some deep breaths from Navarrete as we take a look at a couple of replays before hopefully going back in the Conceicao corner.
Good jab to the stomach from Conceicao. Finishes with the hook. You know, continuing to let his hands go. Not letting Navarrete get any clean shots off in that round.
And yeah, Tom Taylor came over to the doctor and just said, I want you to check inside of Conceicao's mouth.
Oh, hey, no. Come over here.
I just want to make sure that blood is coming from. Go right here for me. You ready? You ready? Time in.
Just wanted to, I guess, see where that blood was coming from. Conceicao kind of just shrugging it off. As we resume action here, and
I'll put Conceicao really back in this fight if he can hold up his pace for the last 3 rounds.
oh, that one had
Stumbled him back a little bit.
Navarrete backing up just a bit, and
Because look at these stats. I mean, the punch output, the power shots, the jabs, everything. Conceicao's up.
but it's 2 knockdowns, Michaela, that are likely making the difference. Round 4 by an uppercut, round 6 down from a body shot. But still a good performance from the challenger tonight as he goes down to the body. Really putting in a lot of work.
Not letting Navarrete get set, not letting him even think about what's next, just keeping that work rate, which honestly, his amateur pedigree is probably really helping him out right now with that, knowing how to consistently in and out, not let up. Keep those punches coming.
And the vibe that I got from Navarrete this week is he really did expect Conceicao to kind of be more elusive and really kind of work around the ring, and that he was going to have to make him fight. He kept saying that, and I know he's not sitting there studying tape like crazy. He's just not one of those fighters, but that really hasn't been the game plan for Conceicao.
Conceicao is holding the center of the ring. He's not running at all.
He stood there and fought.
You know, maybe that's what's throwing Navarrete off. He just didn't train for this version of Conceicao. He trained for a runner.
Go.
Yeah, these combinations that Conceicao are throwing, it's just keeping Navarrete off him. They're not big, huge power shots and combinations. I mean, to me, it's winning him the rounds, but it's taking a lot of effort.
Oh, that's a right hand that landed right to the temple of Conceicao. Back to the double jab and downstairs for Robson. Navarrete pouring it onto the body.
You see how Conceicao tied Navarrete up and pushed him back. Didn't want to be up against the ropes. That was a smart move.
Smart veteran move. Down to the body. Ooh, that one might have hurt Conceicao for a minute. Down, right back to it. Left hooks to the body from Vaquero Navarrete.
He's got to tie him up and take a breather.
Conceicao backing up almost to his own corner now. The bell will save him here, but a strong finish to that round for the champ.
O que é que tá acontecendo? Está começando muito bem. Ele está querendo começar no final. Ele está crescendo no final. A gente não pode fazer bloqueio. Aqui, olha aí. Meu filho, passa a ser campeão do mundo. Tem que ganhar o 2 rounds bem. Tá equilibrada a luta. Mas ganhar bem. Ganhar atacando. Com a mão da frente. E não pode ficar na corda parado não, fazendo bloqueio não. Tem que mover, tem que girar. E quando ele recua na corda, continua atacando aí na corda, não recua não. 2 rounds é campeão do mundo, porra.
How's your Portuguese, Michaela?
Not good. Nope.
Robson,
About as good as my British accent.
Tá no meio do ringue, não na corda. Na corda tem que girar e voltar pro meio de novo.
Speaking of that,
Ok?
got a fight coming up, Michaela, don't you?
Yes.
January 20th.
Back to the UK, this time Liverpool.
Michaela will be fighting Natasha Jonas in Liverpool. Natasha will be defending her IBF welterweight world title, and Michaela's moving up in weight once again and looking to capture a world title in a second weight class. Looking forward to seeing you back. Although I love having you here on the mic.
Yeah.
I know fighting is your true love. I get it.
And I've been enjoying it over there in the UK. Hopefully I won't have too many booers, and hopefully I'll have enough fans to compete with the hometown of Natasha Jonas.
I think you've made yourself a few fans over there in the UK. Well, the championship rounds now, 11 and 12.
Navarrete's coming forward a lot more in this round. Maybe knowing that he sort of got outworked this last round.
Connected with a big right hand and then a left. Blood coming out of the mouth of Conceicao. Again, harder shots now from the champ. Slapping shots from the challenger.
Conceicao's got to dig to the body too. He can't just headhunt.
Oh, everything you have here for Conceicao, you got to empty the tank. This could very well be the last opportunity he has at winning a world title. He's tried twice before and unsuccessful. He's given everything. He's fought a really good fight, Michaela.
He always does. I mean, in all of his world title fights that he's had, he's put on, you know, good performances. He's never backed down. He's never shied away. You know, he lays it all on the line. He gives it everything he's got.
He is doing the same right here as they go back and forth. 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in round 11. Conceicao just no oomph behind any of these shots.
No, you can see them weakening even more.
Yes, and part of that is that shot right there to the body. Navarrete just digging. And he gets stronger.
And mixing up his punch selection too. He just threw an uppercut left to the body. You never know where they're coming from now. You got to be careful of the uppercuts too. Conceicao doesn't want to duck right into one.
Tom Taylor asking Conceicao if he's all right, as he's taking a good look at the challenger, who is taking a deep breath but still throwing punches, keeping himself in the fight.
He's got to finish with more than just 2 punches.
I don't know if he has the energy to, Michaela. Oh, that one. Got in a good shot there with the right hand that momentarily backed up Vaquero Navarrete.
He's got to find the energy, and he's got to finish to the body. He's got to mix it up, head, body, head, body. Can't let Navarrete know what he's going to do. He's got to catch him.
Oh, pouring it on with the combination to finish the round is the champ. Conceicao a little unsteady on his legs coming back to the corner, Michaela.
Definitely looks a little bit shooken up.
Respira, respira, respira. Profundo, respira profundo. ¿Cómo andas tú?
Último round agora, último, ok? Último!
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside T-Mobile Arena, we go to the 12.
Yeah, and there's the look, as I was saying, he almost needed to get helped to the corner. That's what we were seeing. That you guys weren't at the end of the round. Very unsteady on his feet to finish round 11. This is the 12th and final round. Emanuel Navarrete 3 minutes away from likely walking out of here with the strap still around his waist, but
I'm sure he smells blood right now too. I think he sees that Conceicao is weakened, and he's gonna bound to put it on him.
Conceicao, though, I mean, I know he's come up short before, but definitely has the heart of a champion, and he's showing that tonight. He's landed some solid shots. He's thrown punches and combinations. He's worked downstairs to the body, even more so than that of Navarrete. He's landed 36 shots to the body to Navarrete's 26 shots.
Still throwing.
But one is hitting with boulders and one's hitting with pebbles.
You can see it. He's just not turning his knuckles into the shots, and also leaving his back leg when he throws that right hand. So he's vulnerable because he's out in the open, but he's also not getting the power off his back hand because he's not bringing that back leg with him.
They're calling for heart from the corner of Conceicao. He's definitely shown that tonight, trying to encourage their fighter as he goes down to the body with the stab jab.
I'm surprised Navarrete isn't putting it on a little bit more. This is the last round. We all know Conceicao's tired. We see it. I'm sure he sees it. I'd be pressing him right now and trying to finish it, trying to close the show, unless he feels somewhat fatigued as well, even though I don't see him breathing hard.
He also has had and shown a lot of respect for Conceicao the entire week. They've touched gloves before almost every round.
I've got a cut from an accidental headbutt.
As you know, we're only a minute left. Emanuel Navarrete says, okay, come on, let's go. And they touch gloves again. And they're saying he got cut from an accidental headbutt right there. Good job with the replay on that, guys. But it doesn't seem to bother Navarrete, who senses that he's 50 seconds away from another successful title defense. But you know, he'd love to not leave it to the scorecard, right?
Conceicao's giving it all he has, though. He's letting his hands go. He doesn't care. He said, I'm not going to leave here without laying it all on the line. I mean, he's dead tired. You can see, but he's not stopping.
Yeah, and you rarely see Conceicao get tired, and that just speaks to, you know, the amount of pressure that Navarrete has put on. But back and forth they go.
Still
under 30 seconds left as the crowd is into it now, and both of these guys are duking it out at the T-Mobile Arena. And
I mean, I would even be giving Conceicao this round. I mean, he's landing.
what a fight here, as they have given their all and much respect as this crowd has come to their feet at what they saw here in our co-main event tonight. That's how you fight for a world title. And that's how you defend a world title.
Yeah, you really can't, say anything bad about Conceicao. I mean, we'll see what the scorecards say. I'm interested. It'd be a different story if there weren't knockdowns in this fight.
And if you look at the CompuBox numbers, Michaela, this decision would seem to go Conceicao's way. He threw more punches.
That's what I'm
landed
saying.
More punches, threw more body shots.
If it weren't for the knockdowns, this might be a complete... We don't know what the decision is yet, but it may be a completely different outcome.
There's a look at one of the knockdowns. Conceicao was knocked down in round 4. An uppercut, round 6, with a body shot. As the judges tally up the score now. But my hat's off to Robson Conceicao for the effort that he just gave, and also to Emanuel Navarrete, who didn't seem to come into this fight expecting what he got from Conceicao.
Yeah, not as dominant as a performance that we're used to seeing Navarrete have, which says a lot about Conceicao, but he did have the bigger power shots, did get the 2 knockdowns. And that could be the game changer in the decision.
And it's why they say sometimes when you look at the CompuBox numbers, it doesn't always tell the story of the fight. And this is just one of those. I mean, if you circle out and be like, how did this guy lose? And it's just like all the hard, effective punches and the knockdowns all went the champion's way. But had Conceicao had a little more of that power, it would have changed a lot of these things, because he landed some great shots and had some good combinations and a very high work rate.
There's a lot of things that these numbers don't show. The strategy, the ring generalship, who was the aggressor, who really had the ring generalship. Oh, you can see Floyd Mayweather right across the ring.
So, those 2 knockdowns Navarrete has in his pocket, but Conceicao, man, like I said, I give him all the credit, and I'm sure, these judges gave him a lot of those rounds that he outlanded the champ and the ones that he didn't get knocked down. But I think Mark Chinook is in the ring now. We're going to await the official decision to see if Emanuel Navarrete does indeed walk out of here still a world champion, or Conceicao, if 3rd time is the charm and he finally gets that coveted world title belt around his waist. to see Miguel Diaz in the ring there with Emanuel Navarrete. And love to see the sportsmanship with both of these guys too. And of course, Navarrete giving Conceicao his hat as he's done before. As we take a look at a couple more highlights, and you know, even from these, I mean, you could tell how good Conceicao was with a lot of the punches that he landed in combination, but Vaquero was the more imposing, physical, stronger fighter. So what do the judges like?
At least at the beginning of the fight, he was. You know, I think Conceicao kind of, even despite how tired he was and, you know, exhausted from his punch count, he still hung in there, and I think he won those last few rounds. So, you know, we'll see. I just really wish he could work on turning those punches in a little bit more. You know, bringing his back foot with his right hand and having a little bit more sting on his shots, and I just think he'd be a whole other fighter.
And here's the numbers that we're talking about, guys. 852 punches thrown for the challenger, 43 of those down to the body, and he landed on a 25% clip. So both of the guys landed about the same efficiency, but it's just the work rate that Robson Conceicao had. He threw so many more punches, and landed them. They just didn't have any effect. But hey, a punch is a punch. A scoring punch is a scoring punch, whether it hurts you or doesn't hurt you.
They had to have some effect because for the most part they kept Navarrete off of him.
Yeah, and kept Navarrete's work rate lesser than we're used to seeing.
Exactly.
I don't know what the holdup is here. Makes me think that maybe this one's pretty close. Oh, they did swap hats. My producer, director, Marty Cohen, pointing that out. I mean, I'd be taking my hat off to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here inside T-Mobile Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Don Trella scores the bout 114-112, Navarrete. Max DeLuca and Chris Flores both have it 113-113.
Oh.
This bout is a majority draw. The champion retains his title.
Wow. Oh my goodness. A majority draw. Navarrete is still the champion, but that means that the judges, the two knockdowns is what gave Navarrete the draw. Two of the judges, Michaela, had the fight for Robson Conceicao, but the knockdowns made the difference.
I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I think he won the majority of the rounds. It's just the knockdowns.